Let's introduce ourselves, and with you this week, my name is Enrique.
My name is Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
Dr. Stone, New World, Episode 6. So, we're moving on to Treasure Island. That's where we're going. Thought we'd get there this episode. We did not.
Yeah, me too.
I was a little butthurt. We didn't get there, but I remembered what was happening here, so I was like, okay, that makes sense. I'll give you a little bit of slack for that. It seems like they were purposely trying not to get there this episode.
Yeah.
Like, when they started flashing back to Byakuya doing shit in the village and stuff like that with the 100 Tails, I was like, they're trying to stretch this episode.
I get it if they want, the full next episode to be them experiencing the new island for the first time. Like, because I don't know. I don't want to watch 5 minutes of them exploring an island to where it doesn't really make sense. So I feel like this was a perfect lead into the next episode. As long as they do the next episode, fine.
I mean, we found out some crazy information. We found out about our boy Soyuz, who somehow, I guess he was a part of Power Team, right? Is that what I'm assuming? Because he got on the boat.
Well, he was part of the Ishigami village or anything.
No, he was. He just didn't have a name.
Exactly. Because he washed up on shore.
Yeah, everyone knew him. They just didn't know, who the fuck he was. He just kind of did shit around village.
I feel like he came over at the same time as the Tsukasa army.
No.
I don't know.
No, he was born.
No,
he was born.
Yeah, he would have had to be part of Ishigami village.
Yeah, he's part of the village.
No, I'm saying he came over. I don't know.
Because he washed up as a baby. They showed him as a baby.
And the Tsukasa, everybody there was revival fluided.
Yeah, so no, this dude's new. He's new. He's the first time we've seen him, but supposedly he's been around. That's what he's saying. I just kind of hide. But he's kind of swole, so that makes sense if he's on Power Team. You know what I mean?
Right.
Diesel.
Yeah. Another interesting point.
Yes.
I don't know. I've been thinking this from pretty close to the beginning. The number that Yen was talking about with the 150 max, and how they're at 140. I'm like, see, that's something that I've been thinking about is how many people can you actually keep control of and let build the civilization with them. To where there's not going to be a revolution or some shit.
Well, we also got to remember this is a written story, so might or might not go that deep into it. We'll have to see. But that is a good question. More, I think the concern was how productive can they be with more than that without having to divide leads and shit. You see what I'm saying? All right, you're leading this group, I'm leading this group, and they have to not really collaborate too much unless it's amongst the leaders. I also just think it's a way for them not to be spam reviving people just yet.
That makes sense.
But it also how much food, because remember they just did a farm, so they wouldn't have had sustainability for it up until very recently. Anyways, so there's a couple different reasons. I don't even think Senku looked like he didn't even know what Gen was talking about. Gen looked like he was just bullshitting to people. So
it is true. It is true.
Senku was like, "What the fuck you talking? You never talked to me about this. What?
What 150? All right, let's just kill Yoga."
I was thinking of that as well. I was like, he sounds like he's lying about something just for the sake of it.
Yeah, just to make people be like, "Oh, okay, yeah." He just fucking Gen's great at that shit. Just "Oh yeah, sure, man. Whatever you say, bro." You said too many big words. I don't know. They showed off. Yeah, they showed off that they got Hyoga and his little girl in the fucking ship downstairs stuck and shit. In the brig, so if something happens, they drown it for sure. Who's gonna be oh, let's go save Hyoga, guys? It's nah, just let him die.
Hopefully, he can swim.
Yeah, that's
with
tough,
the fishes.
Man. Good luck getting out that cage and swimming away. Maybe use the power of 2 and somehow get it done. And then we get the backstory from the 100 Tales that we never heard from Ruri to Senku, and how their folk tales reverted to be taught proper things for the people who knows what they need to know. He basically made these tales for Senku. When Senku gets back, he'll figure out what those means because that's more for people who used to live, not for people who are just now being born.
Right.
But they also kind of work for them too.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. And besides the point that he was there all night listening to, what was it, 7 stories?
Yeah.
So, 93 to go.
Yes, he heard all billion. Awesome. It also explained why everyone's named after elements and materials.
The ores and stuff. Yeah, that was kind of cool.
You know, I didn't know Kohaku was what they say, like copper over there or something. Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Ginro, gold, silver, chrome, obviously.
Chrome. Yeah, magma,
chrome dism, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Dog. So there's just a lot of setup this episode because really what the big point they wanted to get across was there's people over there that are alive. They just don't know what they're doing. And they haven't had contact with them. And I forget who implied it. I think it might have been Chrome or Gen said, what if they're the ones that have been sending out the Y signal?
I was just about to. Yep.
So it's like, okay, if they're sending out the signal, why are they saying why? You know? What do they know that we don't know?
Right.
It's kind of sussy. I'm very interested in it. I'm excited to see the next episode. Shout out Senku.
Okay.
And gang.
I am also excited. I would like to point this out right now. Although I feel like it could go that way, I feel as if they go through all this and the rebuilding of civilization and all that stuff, just for us to end up at aliens at the end of this show, not necessarily this season, but just at the end of the show, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
Aliens?
Where did you get aliens from?
Bro, the beam.
The beam?
The beam.
The beam. The green.
The petrification
beam, yeah. I don't see it, but you never know, I guess.
What's your theory, then? What's your prevailing theory?
Oh, that it was aliens that did it.
So if you think it's aliens, but you don't want it to be aliens, what would you want it to be then?
I don't know, like Russia or something.
What the hell?
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
I don't know if they want to get into that geopolitical climate right now. I'm gonna be real with you.
Maybe they'll just say America did it, and then I'll be like, okay.
Going off of that, I definitely do think it was a government, I don't know, some kind of government operative to, like, wipe out the world because there's too much population or something, and, you know, they're trying to hit a hard reset. I don't know yet, though,
okay.
but that's always been... Yeah, something like that.
Thanos said, fuck 50%, 100%.
Yeah.
Took them all out. Or are you saying that someone planned to send the astronauts up into space because they're like the best? Because, you know, they always say like they recruit the best astronauts. So what if they recruited like the best humans, sent them up there, and they came fucking stoned the world, brought them back so they could rebuild civilization with elite humans?
Don't think they planned for people still being alive after the petrification.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. We will see. And we'll see next week when hopefully we finally get the treasure island. Because it ends with them saying, all right, storm's here. We're going to sneak into the island. They won't see us coming. You know what I mean?
Kind of fire.
They're doing fucking Shadow Raid, you know?
Not the Shadow Raid.
Can't wait for Senku and Ko to start stealthing and jumping and throwing bags across rivers and shit. I love Dr. Stone. Excited for next episode. You know we always are excited for all the things we cover, except for when we're not, like House of Dragon and Lord of the Rings. That was cool. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today. I want to remind you guys that we have social media. Find us on Twitter at BINGBOIS. That is Binge Boys. Change the Y to an I. You find us on Instagram at DABINGBOIS. That's DA instead of the, because we are dumb asses. You can also find us at the same @ on TikTok. Once again, that's at DABINGEBOIS. We don't post anything on TikTok, so I'm sorry for whoever wants to see any of that. You can find us on YouTube at the same fucking bullshit. And yeah, man, that's just what we always do, bro. We be bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. Got a little ignorant there. But to wrap things up, we want to remind you guys that with you today, my name was Enrique.
My name was Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
And I want you guys to remember, Tristan's extremely sus. He's sus.